They are skilled tacticians, master fighters, experts at combat, and possibly have more memes about them than they are a comic book character. But who would win in a fight? Batman, the Dark Knight, and Deadpool, the regenerating degenerate. Rules for this fight? Considering Deadpool is nearly unkillable, I will allow Batman to have some of his more powerful equipment and an entire week of prep time. I will also give Deadpool his standard equipment as well. And I will also include an alternate ending to show you who would also win in a fight without prep time. Will the alternate ending be exactly the same way as the actual ending with the prep time? Or will it be the loser that takes the win? I'm one fish mob, and it's my job to see who would win in a fight. Long ago, Bruce Wayne was once a child of two millionaires who owned many businesses and estates, until that one fateful night where both of his parents were killed by the man that will eventually become his arch-rival villain, who I don't really need to name. So Bruce Wayne spent his entire life training and preparing for the day that he would become Gotham's Knight. He took the guise of the one creature he feared to strike fear into the criminal that's plagued the streets, and took the name the Batman. Bruce has learned over 12 master's degrees and knows over 127 different martial arts. He has a genius-level intellect and master strategist. He mastered escape artistry, ventriloquism, and an expert detective when it comes to solving crimes. And to top it all off, he has photographic memory. He trained to be at peak human condition. He can bench press over 1,000 pounds and leg press up to 2,500 pounds. He is a master acrobat and athlete. This is how he runs and jumps across the night sky. But when he fights, he needs a suit of armor to protect him. This brings in the bat suit. A hefty 200-pound suit of armor made of Nomex reinforced fabric and fire-resistant memory cloth, making it almost bullet and knife-proof. The mask of the suit is equipped with infrared detection and ultraviolet vision, as well as a nosepiece gas filter. The wrists of the suit are actually bladed gauntlets, used for slicing or deflecting other sharp objects like swords. The suit's boots are equipped with steel toes, designed to improve damage with his kicks. He can use his cape like a glider to fly across the city skylines, and it's equipped with a 200-volt electrode network, essentially making it theft-proof. But he just doesn't use his suit for his duty. His utility belt carries all of Batman's equipment, although it will automatically come with the basic equipment: a grapple gun to latch onto distant objects and swing from building to building, a gas mask and tear gas to cripple opponents, smoke pellets to blind them, and the transponder that summons bats. But the most iconic weapon are the batarangs, razor-sharp shurikens specially made by Batman. There is the normal batarang, which is more commonly used, the electroshock, knockout dart, and grenade batarangs to blow things up. Oh, and looky here, due to its prep time, Batman is bringing in his shock gloves. Metal gauntlets which send out electric shocks powerful enough to penetrate Kevlar and stop the heart of one of Batman's physically strongest enemies, Bane. And the other equipment he's bringing is explosive gel. A gel that can be sprayed in a cluster and remotely detonated to cause distraction or blow up structural weaknesses in buildings. But his most effective equipment that's standard to him is the Batmobile, which he's also bringing in due to its prep time. A bat-themed getaway car designed to hide in the darkness of the night. Over the many years, the Batmobile has sported many special gadgets and special fixtures cleverly designed by Batman. A few of these gadgets over the years have included direction finder equipment, a dashboard radar, emergency searchlights, a built-in sonic rangefinder, a portable first aid kit, traveling research files, smokescreen devices, hydraulic impact absorbers, a Wintec 1200 bhp hybrid power fuel cell, nitromethane afterburner, enhanced intel and recon capabilities, AI and remote guidance systems. It's covered with 120 carbon nanotube aggregate explosive reactive armor plating, making it resistant to explosions, or in other words, making it more like a tank, and it's equipped with weaponry as well, just like a tank. A Vulcan gun 25 a 60 cannon with high explosive penetrator shells, electroshock defense, and a multi-purpose grapple claw. Batman is definitely one of DC's finest. He solved numerous unsolvable mysteries, invites near-death experiences, can best meta-humans in combat, single-handedly defeats Superman and the entire Justice League, the only non-powered founder of the Justice League, survived being broken in half and complete incineration. But he is not superhuman. Even though he has no exploitable physical weaknesses, he's the only Justice League member that has to be rescued more than any other Justice League member. Underneath the suit, he is still as vulnerable to knives and bullets as any other normal person, and his mental stability is barely in check. But Batman has always found a way through any problem that has faced him before, and there is no saying he can't do it at any time. Wade Winston Wilson was a globe-trotting mercenary trying to become the world's next greatest superhero, but that was ultimately axed down the spine when he was diagnosed with cancer. He was eventually promised a cure by Department K, who actually, instead of curing him, tricked him into being handed over to Weapon X, the program that gave Wolverine's bones the adamantium shielding they have today. The other prisoners of the program placed their bets under the knife, and this place where they made the bets was called the Deadpool. But due to his new enhanced strength, speed, and stamina, Wade killed the Doctor's powerful assistant Ajax and took this new namesake, Deadpool. When it comes to powers, he doesn't have that many, but that doesn't really matter. As I said before, he has enhanced strength, speed, and stamina. But his main powers are the ones that show most often. He has an awareness of the fourth wall and mastered breaking it. And his healing factor, he regrew his heart, regenerated from a living puddle, and survived having his head severed from his body. He's a master in assassination techniques in numerous martial arts, and he is an exceptionally skilled fighter with swords and all forms of guns. We can use any weapon known to man and can learn how to use them in less than 5 minutes than anyone else. And the place where he keeps all these weapons are in his magic satchel of unlimited weaponry. Throughout the comics, Deadpool has been shown having a magic satchel, which he found in his own backyard of all places, that contains all of his unlimited weaponry and ammo. That's why he can pull out all kinds of weapons when he should have ran out of them years ago. He carries a teleportation device which Deadpool has utilized to whisk out of, and occasionally into danger. Deadpool was able to body slide to wherever the character Cable is present through Providence, and at different periods, Deadpool had possessed different teleportation technologies which he sometimes uses for combat, but his favorite weapons are his twin katanas. Wilson wields a pair of katanas that was later enhanced with carbonadium, a metal which can disrupt the healing factor. So in other words, it's essentially a Wolverine killer. Wade is mainly seen using a gun or edged weapon, and thanks to his satchel, he can carry multiple types of guns, grenades, swords, scythes, hammers, axes, and knives. Deadpool, despite being rather dim-witted and idiotic, has proven to be no pushover. He navigated an obstacle course meant for Iron Man-like suits unscathed, completely regenerated from a single hand, the only person to outwit Taskmaster, an assassin who can predict and copy another's moveset. But other than defeating Taskmaster, he can dodge machine guns at point blank. He once became a Herald of Galactus, and once even killed the entire Marvel Universe at once, and even felled the supposedly unkillable Wolverine. But despite being nearly unkillable, this has led to some pretty nasty weaknesses. His mental state is often unstable, his annoying demeanor makes it almost entirely impossible for him to work with anyone else, and if his cancer is actually cured, his healing factor will cause massive growths to form that will explode. And due to him being nearly unkillable, this leads to him to think that he is invincible. He can still feel pain and damage, so this means if Deadpool's hurt really badly, he won't be able to get back up. Deadpool, either way, is a worthy opponent for anyone, and whoever gets his blade at their throats, may God help them.
In a world divided by fear, one man must stand alone against the forces of darkness. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you me, Deadpool. And we have to destroy him. Fight!
So why did Batman win? Well, in a fight where Batman knows Deadpool through and through, Batman could gather the equipment and information he needs and plan out a strategy that could not kill Deadpool, but keep him down long enough for him to get a huge upper hand and easily win this fight. So in the end of the fight with prep time, the Dark Knight officially sewn the mouth of the Merc shut. The winner is Batman. But what would happen if the Batman had no prep time? Well, we're going to find out with this alternate ending I also cooked up. So why did Deadpool win? Well, if Batman already knew about Deadpool, he could come up with a strategy to take him out. But in a fight without any knowledge of who Deadpool is and what he can do, Deadpool can easily outlast and withstand all of Batman's equipment and tactics, with the help of his healing factor, and lasted long enough to take down the more experienced Dark Knight. So in the end, in a fight with no prep time, the Merc with a mouse just cuts the Dark Knight down to size. The winner of a fight with no prep time is Deadpool.